What's a fund? What's a credit score? What's my credit score? ISAs, pensions, the Bank of England. What exactly do they do? If you also, like me, literally have no idea, then this is the podcast for you. Welcome to SKINT. I'm Connie, and I'm joined by my good friend Mik Bates, who's got over 45 years experience within financial services, and he will help us decode, explain everything financial. Listen, learn, and laugh along the way. And by the way, this is not financial advice. Welcome to SKINT. Guilt, something I wake up with every Sunday morning, but that's not why we're here.
That's because of your date on Saturday night.
This is my date on Saturday night, yeah. Sorry. Anyway, carrying on. Guilt. What's a guilt?
A gilt stands for gilt-edged securities. And that's for a very simple reason that the old paper certificates they were printed on were edged in gilt.
Ooh.
And the reason they were edged in gilt is because they are loans to the government. You are lending. So the government has two ways of raising money: taxation, and borrowing.
Ooh.
And when they borrow, they issue gilts. So if you buy a gilt, you're doing is lending money to the government. It's debt.
Why are there so many things to describe the same thing? You know, debt, bond, guilt. It's a bit of a fiasco.
Well, they all mean something slightly. It's a question of how specific you are.
Okay.
The thing with gilts is it's only government debt that is a gilt.
Okay.
I know we'll talk about in later episodes about other sort of debt and bonds, but gilts are government bonds.
Right. Sticking to government bonds.
Yep.
Guilt.
So, what any bond offers you is the opportunity possibly to make some capital gain, because if you buy a gilt, they're all issued in multiples of £100.
Ooh, why?
But it's just traditionally what they did. So when they and basically there are two things about it: is what they call the coupon, how much interest it pays.
Okay.
And then there's the redemption value. So the redemption is always £100, but you might not pay £100 for it.
Can we just take a step back, right? So there's, when you get your guilt, and you need to think about coupon, and you need to think about redemption.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the redemption is how long it lasts for. Because what you do is you buy a gilt which matures in maybe 10 years or 20 years or 50 years or 3 years or 6 months.
So hang on, no, but right. So redemption, right? When you say matures, what does that mean?
It means the government will pay you back what you.
Oh, right. So
It's like a bank loan.
It's like a bank loan.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So if I
keep it nice and simple.
Yeah. Please. It's Sunday morning.
So the difference between a bank loan and a gilt.
Yes.
Is that a bank loan, you're borrowing money from the bank.
Yeah.
You pay them interest.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the term, 3 years, 5 years, you pay them back the money.
Okay.
What a gilt is the government is borrowing from you.
Ooh.
So they pay you interest, and then they pay the money back at the end of the period.
Ooh.
And
fun. So what the government needs more of my money?
This government particularly knows it needs to borrow a lot of money.
Yeah, Rachel keeps messing about, doesn't she?
She does.
Keeps tinkering under the bonnet. Yeah. Right, no, I'm liking this analogy, right? Because now it makes sense to me. And coupon is
is the amount of interest they pay, usually twice a year.
Yep.
So you don't pay when you take a bank loan out, you pay them money back, pay them interest every month.
Yep.
With a gilt, they tend to pay you interest twice a year.
Fine. Twice a year. And then there's something else called duration.
Duration is how long the gilt lasts for.
Okay.
So the duration is whether it's 3 years or 5 years or 10 years or 50 years. And then at the end of that period, they pay you back your money.
Oh, interesting.
Which means that you might not pay £100 for your £100 of gilt. You might only pay. Well, it depends on how long it is, because obviously, if you want to see some gain, some reason to lend the government money. So if it's a long dated gilt, you might pay £80 or £85 for it, and then in 20 years' time, they pay you back 100, as well as paying you the coupon along the way.
And the coupon is the
interest.
Okay. So, and is it fixed?
Yes.
Ah, that's important.
It is.
So it's not like, interest is not.
So every gilt, basically, the title of the gilt is made up of, and it could be Treasury or Exchequer or whatever. That's just who's borrowing it, and then it's got an interest rate.
Yep.
So it might be it can pay anything from, say, 1/8%.
Ooh.
In which case, obviously, the price starts lower because they're not paying you any real interest along the way. So you get all the return in capital gain, or it could pay you 4%. in which case the price is going to be nearer 100 in the first place because you're getting 4% interest along the way.
Okay.
And then it's got a maturity date. And it'll be literally right down to the day of the month. So it might be the 22nd of October, 2034 or something like that.
Oh. And is it random? Is it like, or is it done in sets of fives? It's like 5 year,
No,
10 year, 15.
The government,
It's not like rogue numbers.
There
like
is something called the Debt
or...
Management Office,
okay,
which basically manages the government's debt for it and works out how much it needs to borrow over what term, and what sort of interest rate and that sort of thing. So they do all the gilt issuance for the government.
Oh, and where do you buy said gilts?
You can buy them wherever you like. You can buy them on.
Well, you can't go to Tesco's and buy a gilt. So don't be silly. Sorry, lowering the tone.
Thanks, Connie. Anywhere you can buy shares, you can buy gilts.
Oh, okay.
So you could go to your bank and ask them to buy them for you. You can go to a fund platform. More on fund platforms another day.
Oh, teaser episode going on.
They all allow you to buy gilts. And the really good thing about gilts is that any gain you make, not the interest, on the interest you'll pay income tax on if you do it anyway. The really good thing is if you buy what is called a low coupon gilt, so one that only pays 0.25% or 0.5%, you'll make more of a capital gain. Any capital gain on a gilt that you've bought is completely capital gains tax free.
Really?
Very tax efficient.
Ooh. Why do they do that?
To persuade people to buy them.
Ah, so, if it works for them, they'll give you a few little, extra add-ons.
Basically.
Oh. Wow, I didn't know that. So, capital gains tax. No, you do not pay capital gains tax on gilt.
On the capital gain on a gilt.
Oh, hang on. No, now I'm getting confused. No, say it again, please.
No capital gains tax.
Yep.
On the increase in price of the gilt.
Oh, that's interesting. So what does this all mean for me, please?
It means let's say, because the way income tax works in this country is if you are on the verge of, if you're being a high rate taxpayer, the amount of interest you can earn goes down. A basic rate taxpayer can earn £1,000 a year interest tax free. A high rate taxpayer can earn £500 a year interest tax free.
Yep.
So if you are on the verge of being a high rate taxpayer, or if you are a high rate taxpayer, for instance, and you're already earning £500 a year interest in other savings you may have, bank accounts, savings accounts, then not advice, but a possibility you might consider is buy what they call a low coupon gilt. It might pay 0.25% interest. You get all the return capital gains tax free. So if it's paying you, say, 4.5% a year,
yep.
If you're a high rate taxpayer, that's more equivalent to about 7.5% tax free. That's worth having.
That is worth having. You've been listening to SKINT.